Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining me in honor of Black History Month is Robert Blackwell Jr., founder and CEO of EKI-Digital and member of the U.S. Black Business Participation Taskforce that works with Congress. Robert, it's great to meet with you. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Thank you so much. Glad to be here.
Tell us about the U.S. Black Business Participation Taskforce, or the BBPT, and what the organization is advocating for.
Well, the U.S. Black Business Participation Task Force came out of a conversation I had with the Congressional Black Caucus. And I did a presentation to them where I talked about the need for us to prove that the free enterprise system works for everybody. And that is a way where the Black community can go from poverty to prosperity. And that what we need is their help and communicating with the business community and government, that if they just did business with the Black community, that we could then help our people go from poverty to prosperity, and America would be better.
What is the pathway that leads to community well-being?
The pathway that leads to community well-being, it's one way that's ever worked in history. It is entrepreneurial-led economic activity that leads to the appreciation of education and social capital. Social capital is when you reach back and you pull people from your community along, but more importantly, you create an aspirational roadmap for your young people so they know where to place their bet. The free enterprise system works, but it is dependent on people doing business, the voluntary cooperation, economic cooperation of people of goodwill, I believe.
And Robert, tell us about EKI Digital.
What EKI Digital is, it is a quantitative digital innovation and transformation company. We do is use algorithms to help large organizations primarily find efficiencies and then create digital architecture that aligns to business outcomes and helps them really apply technology to improve their business. So we've helped both government and business identify and capture billions of dollars of efficiency.
And Robert, we learned a lot of lessons as a result of COVID-19, especially the impact of newer technologies like cloud and the ability to keep us connected. Would you say technology is allowing us to build more diverse workforces and diversity of ideas?
Well, I think we have to keep in mind what technology does. What technology does, it's nothing more than a tool. And it allows the work that you do of delivering your services to your stakeholders to be more efficient. That's all really technology can do. So it is making the work of communication easier. It's making, obviously, working from home a little more efficient. But I don't think it can really replace totally in-person communication. We're social animals. People need people. And people need to be able to connect with other people. Just imagine if you put a computer inside a prison, you would still go crazy. And there's been a lot of, I'd say, mental illness that's happened because people have been isolated. So while technology can make work more efficient, we can't forget that we're social animals and we need real connectivity.
Right, and I would agree with you there. And I also think when it comes to technology, it's a matter of having access to that technology. Just like you said before, the free enterprise system works. It's just everyone has to have accessibility to it.
Well, I would say that in this country, I think what's most important is it's the economic choices that people make. Very few people don't have smartphones today and the access to internet. There are some people that obviously don't. But what we do have to do is to create this aspirational roadmap for people so that they know where to place their bets. And if they place their bets, and the market sends signals to people where to place their bets. That's why you don't need any, frankly, corporate or government programs to tell Dominican kids to practice baseball or to tell Black kids to play basketball or other forms of entertainment. The market says that's where to place your bets. So what we have to do is to prove that placing your bets in other parts of the economy works for everybody. And I think that this is both an urban and rural issue that we need to address.
All right, Robert, appreciate the insight. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks, and thanks for joining me. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.